Do you believe the official narrative, at least as of now, about the deletion of Charlie Kirk?
Yes. I haven't seen, what's her name? Candace Owens was, just there was a 5 minute video of Charlie's personal preacher, I guess, who was also a really close friend of his. He was with him on the way to the hospital. And he was just saying that he was already dead. They were giving him CPR. When they finally did get him to the hospital, they were able to shock him and he'd get a pulse. But the surgeon came out, I don't know, 20 minutes later and said that he was gone. But he was saying that because he was in the back seat and Charlie was in like the middle seat laying down, and they weren't able to close the door because they were racing to the hospital, which was like 4 minutes away, and so like his legs were hanging out the door with the door open because he was just so big. And luckily they didn't hit anything on the way there, but they said he looked into his eyes. His eyes were fixed in the ceiling. He was gone. Because it's like he got shot in the neck and he was conscious for about a second or two as he fell over. That's when he dropped the mic. And I think when he dropped the mic, that's when he blacked out, and lost consciousness, and he was poof. He was gone
It's kind of
before.
like the Ukrainian girl where they just got hit. It's so much blood's gone.
Well,
It's
you
so hard
lose
to
blood
say.
pressure to the brain, and then you black out, and then you don't feel anything, and then the soul leaves the body. So he was gone. It's like when your circulatory system gets destroyed like that, it's not survivable. When I saw the blood come out, I was like, man,
Even if he like was in a hospital and it
it wouldn't have
happened.
mattered. His
Yeah.
whole neck it's all blown apart, man. Some things you don't come back from. It was his time.
Well, hopefully his death is not in vain.
Should my tone of voice be soft with a girl I'm seeing? Well, you shouldn't be angry. It should be fun and playful and normal and happy and positive and optimistic and excited about the future.
You're going crazy today.
They're farting so
Getting
much.
smoked out by the puppies. All right, so this is a cute clip here. I got two clips. So this one is Charlie, and they're married at this point. This is a clip, just the two of them interacting. And then the second one is a clip that's really cute, and like the two of them are just they're a little dopey about each other. They really love one another. They just gotten engaged, and I just, it was kind of nice to see. Because most of the stuff we talk about is relationships.
Wife joins us, Erica Kirk,
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erica.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You're my best friend.
Welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. We have asked the audience for questions. You pick one.
Who is more conservative and why?
Erica,
Yes.
by far. Not even close. I am a moderate
Turn it up.
to Erica.
Andrew always jokes that once you got married to me, you got more bass.
That's true. That is true. No, Erica is very conservative. Do you
So-
think having kids made you more conservative?
100%. Which I didn't think was possible. But 100%. Absolutely.
And do you
And a better wife.
Mhm. My wife joins us.
This is really cute. This is like the first time she was coming on his podcast.
I'm not going to be able to focus sitting this close to him.
It's fucking sound.
Hello. I'm not going to be able to focus looking right at you. I'm just going to be staring at you.
Hello.
Wow.
Ready, Terrell?
Hold on.
We're rolling.
We're not.
All right, you'll be switching. All right, I'll count it down.
Wait. I'm kind of nervous, you guys.
She's nervous, which is why we must get going. All right, we ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Charlie Kirk Show. Introduce yourself.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Charlie Kirk Show. I'm engaged. Would you like to introduce yourself, or should I introduce you? How would you like me to start? All right, we'll try it again. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show. Joining me is the most special guest, my fiance, Erica. Welcome to The Charlie Kirk Show.
So this is a Greg Gutfeld. He's on Fox, and so this is a little clip. So why don't we roll this one? It's pretty good.
Learning, and this is going to be a learning experience, not just for the people who saw this coming, but for the people who have to reconcile their role in this. You know, he said some hatred can't be negotiated with. Well, where did that belief actually come from? It sounds really familiar. You know, if you designate the other side as Hitlerian or fascist, why would you negotiate with them? We said that many times. This rhetoric has been part of the Democratic media industry complex for the past decade. They believe that they didn't have to debate us because we were deplorable. If you remove, or irredeemable, if you remove debate, the only thing that's left is violence. It's the most regressive act you can imagine. This was the product of mass hysteria that then cemented into a belief. And we need to end it. We can't let another one of these things happen. And that means confronting the people that actually still believe this. I think you do need the death penalty for this, because this could be a sanctioned evil. You see people treating Luigi like a folk hero. Why does that happen? It could happen again. We need mutually assured destruction. If you take somebody's life, we're going to take yours. And this is the time for it. Also, there's an amazing contrast here that gets rid of the both sides argument. After Floyd, you had sanctioned riots for 3 months. You had dozens dead. After this, you had vigils, you have mourning, grief, and justice. You know, we don't label people evil and then sanction their death. You know, our response is through the courts and by the law. Everything flows from that. Conservatives and Republicans have been called square forever because we're so hokey about law. Why didn't we riot? Because we don't like doing that. We inherently believe in law and order, and we expect that in others. So this is the right way to do that. I just want to end on this. His rhetoric, which is derived from the Democrats, has done the Democrats irreparable damage by exempting them from debate. They never had to prove the validity of their ideas. All they had to do was implement them, watch them fail, and then demonize the critics. Now they've reached the end point. This is the end point. They have demonized to a point where an innocent, brilliant man died. But now they also have no policies because they never had to debate. They never had to prove their worth. They have no ideas. They have no meaning. They have no value. They're a soulless whole after relying on this demonizing rhetoric to carry the load of their party. Without it, it's just an empty abyss.
It'd be interesting, Kay, to see how the media covers this trial, or if they cover it.
These are like we were talking earlier about the consequences. And so this is Stephen Miller, who I absolutely love. He is a pit bull, and he is not fucking around. And so all the people that have been involved with or funding or directing the monies of these NGOs to give money, because when you look at all these protests, like the BLM protests and all that stuff, that shit was all AstroTurf. Those people, like those big protests, those people are all paid by the hour to be there. And we did a couple months ago, we were doing video of like right at 12 when this protest ended, like everybody left because they were off the clock then. And they were going to stick around a minute longer. They weren't there because they were true believers. They were there because they were getting paid. And fucking 12 o'clock in the dot, when the pay ended, they hauled ass and left. And I also remember during like 2016 and, and also around 2020, the election, the BLM riots, all that stuff, there was video, somebody was delivering pallets of like brick pavers to where these protests were. And if you remember, the rioters were taking these brick pavers and breaking them up and turning them into like smaller rocks that they could throw at the police and anybody else that they didn't like. And we saw that all over the country. It happened in Seattle. Anytime there was a pre-planned Antifa protest or anything like that, somebody was delivering pallets of brick pavers and bricks so they could break them up and use them as projectiles to throw. It's like, Somebody paid those truck drivers to deliver those things. Somebody paid to purchase those. There is a paper trail somewhere, but obviously Joe Biden's Justice Department didn't give a fuck because it was supporting a cause that they all believed in, so they didn't do anything about it. And so Stephen Miller is after, because he was good friends with Charlie Kirk, and they're going to start going after these people. So let's roll that video.